Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Grief Without a Script podcast. We are super excited to be here. This is going to be our first episode, and we are going to introduce ourselves, talk about sort of the how and why we got here, and then let y'all know what to expect in future episodes. Because we are here in an effort to just help people in the grief space. We are doing our own editing, so we're going to do our best with this, but the most important part, I think, for both Vicky and I is just to get the message out there. Someday maybe if this explodes and expands, we can have somebody helping us with some of the editing, but for now, be patient with us. It's more important for us to get the message out.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So with that, I'm going to have Vicky introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Victoria Yacovone, Kellner. I started this journey 2 years ago. I lost my husband. We just had the 2-year anniversary on July 2nd. That's when I lost my husband unexpectedly. He had a heart attack. He was having some pains. They couldn't find anything wrong. He had kept going back and forth to the doctors. And one night, there was a noise, and he wasn't okay. I had to call the ambulance. I had to administer CPR. And after that, we got through the services, and I didn't know what to do. I was in shock, and that's when I had reached out to you, and I asked you for your first available appointment you had, and again, we didn't know it was you. After I saw the message, you sent me a text, and you said you gave me a date, and that was it. And I may have asked you also for some stuff to do in the meantime. And you had given me a couple names of some books to read, or if I it may help me a little bit, and I did that. And that's how I got here. And when we started talking in the beginning, you mentioned, let's do a podcast. And I thought, oh no, I'm not social media.
I'm not doing that.
I don't want to do that. And then as time went on, hearing the conversations we had and just talking about the things that people go through, I found that our conversations were different. And other people may benefit from hearing the different messages. And I thought, a podcast might be good.
And here we are.
Here we are.
We've arrived.
And I think doing the podcast, there's a lot of benefits of letting people know they're not alone. Help educating people who may be trying to comfort a friend or a family member who has lost somebody.
How to navigate it.
How to navigate steps that they can take.
Yeah.
I mean, you helped me. Our lists are negotiable and non-negotiable every day. Yeah. And it helped me get through the day, and remembering when I did things, because when you're working through grief, your memory, it's that fog.
Yeah. Not quite the same as it was at one point in life. Right?
No.
I think we will cover the gamut of topics, right? Anything that has affected us individually on our own journeys, anything that we've uncovered together on our journeys, and really just having the conversations that most people aren't having.
Right.
I think that's what's really, really important. So just quickly, everybody out there, my name is Liane Smola. The reason that I'm here is because in 2014, I had a number of very significant losses all right in a row. But for me, the one that sort of hit hardest was my brother Christopher, who died. It will be 12 years ago this coming August 2nd. And I was finding myself sort of in this land of unknown. I was trying to get help. I was going to therapists. I was trying to connect, and I didn't feel like there was anybody out there that could understand. And I just kind of hit this wall. I was hospitalized a couple of times, and I was a single mother to a 5-year-old little girl at the time that happened to be there when my parents found my brother. So that added this whole additional layer of like trauma into it. And I remember the day, I can picture it in my mind, looking at myself in the mirror and saying, like, you can't live this way. You have to find a way to help yourself through this. And that's exactly what I did. Like, I would go to work, and then I would come home from work, and I would parent my daughter. And when I would put her to bed, I would turn to resources to help myself, whether they were in the grief space or the personal growth space, like self-help space. And when I share this story with people, I just tell them, like, I became hyper obsessed with what I needed to do to help me. And now, all of these years later, all I want to do is share what I've learned with the world, right? And it doesn't mean that everything that I share has to be the exact way somebody else does it, because
No.
we all have to find whatever recipe works for us.
We all have our different journeys.
We all have our different journeys, but like there's an importance in being empathetic and compassionate and supportive to people in this space because they deserve that.
And a lot of them won't ask for it or don't feel comfortable saying anything.
Yeah, which is why I love that we're doing this, because this gives people a place to turn to where they can just watch and take in whatever they learn here, right?
Right.
And they don't have to broadcast that to the world, right? They can just take what they need from it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's an amazing way for us to sort of get the message and the education out there,
Yep.
right? For people that might not feel comfortable coming to a one-on-one session or going to a grief support group.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Here we are. Yeah, we just wanted to introduce ourselves and let you know what other future podcasts are going to be about, right?
Yeah.
And tell our story, our experiences. You know, you and I are open books, showing our vulnerability and honesty about what we went through. And it's, you know, it's the raw of it, right?
Yeah. I think you all are going to find from Vicky and I, we are sort of our true, authentic self all the time. And we are open books and we are vulnerable, and being able to be that way with one another and with this audience draws a deep connection in my mind,
Yeah.
right? And we're really, really excited about this.
Yeah.
So I would say if there are topics that you want to hear about more of, if you are going through something that you just feel like you'd like to hear more about, don't hesitate to drop a comment. Let us know. We are here to serve this population.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we want that. We want to talk about different topics and different ideas and things that may help support people that are on this grief journey.
Yeah. So that you know that you're not alone,
Right. Absolutely.
right? So expect to hear the next podcast very soon. But with that, I would say we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Till next time.
Peace and love, friends.